Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the world of modern marketing. It's this crazy universe of ads, algorithms, and brand stories all fighting for a tiny slice of our attention. So, how does it all really work? Let's find out.
Really think about it. From the second you open your eyes and grab your phone to the shows you binge at night, you are swimming in a sea of marketing. But here's the thing, it's not random, not at all. There is a strategy, a science, and a whole lot of art to how companies manage to cut through all that noise to reach you. And that's exactly what we're going to break down.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the foundation, the blueprint. Then, we'll talk about how companies build an identity you actually remember. After that, we'll look at how they pick their megaphone to shout their message, what it really takes to succeed today, and then we'll wrap up by looking at the seriously tricky ethical questions marketers are facing right now.
Okay, first things first. Despite what it might feel like sometimes, with all the ads flying around, good marketing isn't just about making noise and hoping for the best. Nope. It all starts with a really solid, carefully built plan.
And this plan, it isn't some dusty document that sits on a shelf. It's a living, breathing cycle. You start with research, listening to what people want. That tells you what to create. Then you figure out how to deliver it and tell people about it. But honestly, the most important step? It's that last one, monitoring. You have to watch what happens because that feedback goes right back to the beginning, into more research. It's a constant loop of listening, learning, and improving.
A plan is absolutely essential. But let's be real, it's just the skeleton. To bring that skeleton to life, you need to give it a soul. And in the world of marketing, that soul is the brand. It's the personality, the feeling, the thing that connects a simple product to a real person. So, what is a brand at its most basic? Well, it's just an identifier. It's the name, the logo, that symbol that tells you, hey, this is a Coke, not some other soda. Or, yep, that's an iPhone, not just any smartphone. It's basically a stamp of origin. Branding, though, that's something different. That's the action. It's all the hard work a company does to make that name or that logo actually mean something to you. It's about building what's called a brand promise, basically an unspoken guarantee about the quality and the experience you're going to get. It's how they build trust. And you can't find a better example than Apple. The brand name is what you say out loud, Apple. The brand mark is that iconic bitten Apple logo you see on everything. You put them together and bam, you have one of the most powerful and instantly recognizable identities on the planet. So why on earth do companies pour millions, even billions into this stuff? Because a strong brand is a superpower. It creates a real emotional connection with customers. It gives employees something to be proud of, and yeah, it makes a huge difference to the bottom line. Think about it. A strong brand is the reason you'll happily pay more for coffee from Starbucks or a laptop from Apple. It creates loyalty, the kind that keeps people coming back for years. All right, let's keep building this out. You've got your plan, you've got your brand soul. Now what? Well, you need a way to tell the world about it. You got to choose your megaphone.
It wasn't that long ago that your options were pretty limited. You had your TV ads, radio spots, and maybe a newspaper ad. But then the internet came along and just blew the doors off everything. Now, marketers have this massive arsenal of digital channels, social media, podcasts, blogs, you name it. And these tools let them be way more specific and, frankly, a lot smarter with their money.
Now, with all these options, it's super tempting to try and be everywhere at once. But that's a classic mistake. The smartest marketers today know that it's way better to master just a few channels, the ones where their audience actually hangs out, instead of spreading themselves too thin and not making an impact anywhere.
So, this new world with all these new channels, it demands a totally new kind of marketer with a very specific and kind of unique set of skills. So let's open up the modern playbook and see what it actually takes to win this game.
And here is the absolute key to understanding modern marketing. Today's best marketers are hybrids. They have to be part artist, the creative genius who can dream up a story that really connects with people on an emotional level. But they also have to be part scientist, the data nerd who can track every click, measure performance, and make decisions based on cold, hard facts.
So the artist side, that's all about creation. It's writing articles that make people trust you. It's making videos or images that can tell a story and make you feel something in 3 seconds. It's having real human conversations on social media. And it's using email to build a direct line to your audience, a line that you control, not some algorithm. That last one is huge.
And then you have the scientist side.
This is all about measurement. It's about figuring out what's actually working and what's just a waste of time and money. It means diving deep into data from tools like Google Analytics to understand what people are doing. And most importantly, it means constantly calculating the return on investment, or ROI, to prove that marketing isn't just a cost, it's an engine for growth.
So where is all this science pointing? Well, just follow the money. I mean, look at this chart. It couldn't be clearer. Digital advertising isn't just a slice of the pie anymore. At almost 60% of all ad spending, digital is the pie. It's completely dwarfing old-school channels like TV and print.
And if you want the perfect story of this artist-scientist combo in action, you have to look at Dollar Shave Club. Back in 2012, they spent just $4,500 to make one hilarious viral video. The result? 12,000 new customers in 2 days. A few years later, Unilever bought the company for $1 billion. Now that is an unbelievable return on investment.
Okay, but with all of this new power, this incredible ability to target us, track our behavior, and persuade us at a massive scale, comes a massive, massive responsibility. This modern playbook has pushed marketers onto a very, very tricky ethical tightrope.
You and I, as consumers, we're smarter and way more skeptical than we've ever been. We expect companies to be transparent and ethical, and this has created some huge new challenges. There are serious moral questions about targeting vulnerable people, like kids. There's the enormous debate over big data, right? Where's the line between a helpful recommendation and a creepy invasion of privacy? And more, we expect companies to be actively good for society, not just to avoid being bad.
And all of this leads us to what might be the biggest question of our time in this space. As AI gets scarily good at predicting exactly what we'll do next and crafting the perfect message just for us, who's responsible for protecting you? Does that fall on the marketer to use these incredibly powerful tools ethically? Or is it up to each of us as individuals to stay on guard? It's the central dilemma of modern marketing, and something we're all going to have to figure out together.